Hey everybody, Frugal Farmer here. This is a memory about my nanny. This is kind of a lace material, but it looks similar to what my nanny used to make, and I for a long time thought it was called natting, Natting, but it's called tatting, Tatting. And you use a little oval instrument about the size of a $50 that's football shaped, and the thread is wrapped in the middle of that, and you make doilies, pillow lace, stuff like that. And the more knowledgeable the tatter, the more stuff they can do. Even doilies that go up on your table at your place settings. But anyway, my nanny would get up at the crack of dawn. She'd go out in her garden, work out in her garden. She'd get stuff, come in when it got too hot, sit in her recliner, shell peas, whatever she had to do, wash them, and she's going to can them or cook them. Well, during the day, she always had something going on. She really didn't watch TV. There might be one or two programs she may watch, but most of the time it was background noise. And she never had one where you had a remote to it. You had to get up and change the channel. Well, in the evening time, after dinner and all, she'd sit in that chair. It was a brown recliner, nothing fancy. And she kept her soft drinks behind that. She had those old tabs, those 1-calorie tabs with no taste. And that's what she kept behind there. And, excuse me. And she'd tat as she watched wrestling. Well, depending on who was fighting and how the match was going, my nanny could do some tatting. She could flat lay it down. And she'd be looking at TV for the most part, but she'd be tatting. She very rarely made mistakes tatting. She'd go back and look at it, but when that wrestling was on, she could make production. And she never, I don't know that she could knit or crochet or stuff like that. And my mom knew how, and my mom, she made all kind of Afghans, made me one, and she quit making them, and I gave it to my youngest boy because I knew he'd want it, so he's got that now. It's red, white, and blue. I love red, white, and blue. And well, back then, I was growing pretty good, and my nanny sewed. Well, my mama couldn't keep me in jeans because I was just growing straight up. Weren't growing out, just straight up. Well, my uncle, he was tall too, and he had the original work pants. Well, if they started getting faded or had a hole in it, he didn't want them no more. Well, my nanny just had kept them just for, making something out of them. So she brought them all out, and she patched and put gathers in the back. If you don't know what a gather is, you don't do one big flap in the back. You may do two, but you pull it, and that way you decrease the waist size on a larger pair of pants. And she custom fit me on all of them. Well, that fall when I went back to school, I had a whole new wardrobe over these work pants. Loved them to death. And I don't even think she had to hem them. It just putting the gathers in there so they wouldn't slide off my skinny tail. But I was just thinking about looking at this stuff, how much it reminded me of that. And I'm glad I'd made this video previously and realized that it wasn't natting. All those years I called it that, and no wonder people didn't know what in the world I was talking about. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Come back again when you will. Share, comment, like, hit that subscribe button. God bless.